Oh shit, wrong. Okay. Let's see if this works. Do we have stream fan spin? Fan spin? Oh, what do we have here? Let's see. The video download was canceled. Huh? What you talking about, Twitch? That's lower bit. You can do it. Alright. Pop out chat. Okay, I have one chat window. Over here, I have... Almost there. Oh, here we have another chat window. All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. Someone says that they're spinning. They said they're... Is this working? Hello, Mr. Clinton's human. Mr. Clinton has not been... Yeah. Mr. Clinton! Yeah, he's gone. If a manufacturer artificially reduces the supply of components, then how does Right to Repair tackle that issue? That is a good question. Right now, they're not artificially reducing the supply. They're just making sure that we can't get any at all, which is an interesting strategy. It's really difficult to come up with a way to say via the law, don't be an asshole. Because when you really think about it, when you get down to it, most laws are trying to legislate the idea, don't be an asshole. And it's really difficult to legislate something like, don't be an asshole. Because when you have a principle, it's really easy to get people to follow a principle. But in absence of the principle, you wind up with the tyranny of many, many, many tiny laws that try to accomplish the same thing. Hello to Joel Clodo, the one person in the very, very, very lonely Twitch chat. Let's see. Okay, it looks like we have 68 viewers on YouTube. This is interesting because when I had 40,000 subscribers, if I did a live stream, I'd have 600 viewers. And now with 1.6 million subscribers, I have 64 viewers. Yeah, when I say that the subscriber number on this platform seems fake, you must understand where I'm coming from at this point. I think it is fake. I think that that number is as fake as it gets. I have no idea where YouTube gets 1.6 million viewers from, subscribers, but that's just a fake number. What would you recommend as a first step or course to learn how to fix boards? I recently just got mine damaged with water and I know which part is burned, I just don't know how to fix it. You may know which part is burned, but you may not know if that's the actual thing that needs to be replaced or if it's something else that caused it that needs to be replaced. Don't just replace something because it's burned. Don't do monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do is not going to get you where you want to be. You don't want to just go, oh, this burn, me fix burn. You want to figure out why it burned. That's very important. So let me see if I can get you started with some materials. I'm going to try and get you started with some materials here, all right? I'm going to give you a link. One second. So we have a guide. I think this is a really important place to start. You just find my YouTube chat window that keeps eluding me. Okay, so what you want is this. That's a beginner's guide. And you're also going to want to use the content that you could find on repair.wiki. This is all free. Read that entire thing. I would read that entire beginner's guide before you get started. I have to thank you. Right to repair is an important thing, and here in France, no one really knows about it. Thanks for what you're doing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Are any books that you've read that would say made you what you are, at least had a huge influence? Jim Camp, start with no. The problem is that I very often don't listen to the content that's in the book. The problem that I've had, and the problem that I'm really struggling to cope with as I enter my 30s, is that I've learned a lot of important lessons, but the problem is even after learning the lesson, I wind up choosing to make the same mistake over and over again. And it's difficult to live with myself, and I realize that I've made the same mistake over and over and again. But Jim Camp's Start With No is very pivotal to how I deal with customers, and I think it really helped me when dealing with people that didn't trust me or people that were on edge. It was definitely helpful a lot for me, and it would have been a lot more helpful when I started speaking to somebody who had a net worth in the billions last year who wanted to help me out with what I was doing. And I only learned what I should have said once it was too late. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but I think I would have been able to better live with myself if I had the conversation within the terms of what was in that book. Do you believe in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? Believe in what? I mean, it exists. I guess there's that. I don't. Clinton. Would you put non-border pair videos on Spotify? It uses less data for phone users. It's a lot of work. I don't know. It's work. I use Library because it auto-syncs, but Spotify, I don't know. Are you Jewish? I am not Jewish. Rossmann with one N would be Jewish. Rossmann with two N's is German. Please come down and join us in beautiful Florida. You know, once I'm done with this Massachusetts trip, I'm just waiting on getting some flyers and cards printed up. Once I'm done with the Massachusetts trip, I would like to take a trip around the U.S. and kind of figure out what I call home. Is YouTube inflating the numbers to sell itself more ads? Listen, I can't tell you what YouTube does. All I can tell you is that when I had 40,000 subscribers, if I did a live stream in the middle of the day, it got 600 viewers. With 1.6 million subscribers, I have 129 viewers. The numbers don't add up in any way, shape, or form. So I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube inflated subscriber numbers for advertising purposes. I don't know. Like I don't. Maybe it's some 4chan prank of somebody using Fiverr to get me fake subscribers. Who the hell knows? But I don't trust the number that I see at all. Let's see. Read everything you can get your hands on. I think reading is important. You're way more mature than most 50-year-olds. Oh no, I am not. No, I am not. I've made way too many mistakes in life to consider myself mature in any way. It's not really the mistakes I've made, but rather that I've made them over and over again. I don't seem to learn from my mistakes, but I'd like to in the future. That kitty is beautiful. That's Mr. Clinton. Hello, Mr. Clinton. How was your breakfast? I had a lovely breakfast. How much AMC do you have? I don't have AMC. Would you work for Apple? I would work for Apple. If there was a way that me working for Apple could utilize my skill sets to the fullest extent and also improve the customer experience, I'd do it. At the end of the day, I'm in service to the customer. And what I enjoy about my job is that ability to make people smile when they otherwise would have had a shit day. When they think that all their data is gone and they get to figure out it's there. When they think a repair is going to be $2,000 and they figure out it's $200 or $400. That makes me happy. And in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, any meetups planned for Massachusetts? I don't have a meetup planned yet. I don't know because I have to plan visiting all these shops, and I have to figure out which shops are actually going to say yes. Congrats on the Wall Street Journal article. Great videos of your setup. Thank you. The one thing that I regret with the Wall Street Journal article, I mean, they did a really good job. Don't get it twisted. It's just they had a really long interview and asked me a lot of questions, and they aired none of it. And one of the things I used to do when I would deal with mainstream media, just in case they didn't include most of the interview, is I used to record it myself. I did that with ABC recently. They were pissed. She was pissed. You could tell she was fucking pissed when she's like, "Oh, you aren't recording this, were you?" And I said, "Yes, I was." And she goes, "You can't do that, right? You're gonna delete this, right?" And I go, "I'm not gonna upload it." "You're gonna delete it." "No, I'm not gonna upload it." "Depends on your piece." "I don't know." "How's your piece gonna be?" Maybe you should make sure that when you edit it, that it's not it's not deceptively edited, and we'll go from there. Have you seen outdoor dining trolley bus on 31st Street between 5th and Broadway? I ride my bike around there regularly, so I've probably seen something like it, but I don't remember it specifically. I don't remember all the individual instances of the outdoor dining because I think if I focused on it and I kept it in my head, I would lose my mind, so I just try to forget about it. Did your storefront manage to avoid flood damage? I didn't have any flooding. I had no flooding whatsoever. I have a really large place, and it's not underground, so it getting flooded would have been very difficult. What's your mission statement? For what? I run 4 companies. You have to be specific when you ask things like this. No, the Wall Street Journal, it was good. I get it. Like, she doesn't want a video to be 50 minutes long. Joanna did a great job in that article. It's just weird because we had like a 5-hour... She spent about 5 hours in my office and 6 minutes worth got published. Oh, well. It was a good article. I appreciated the article. It covered right to repair better than the Wall Street Journal has in the past. Your lips are out of sync from the video. That is not something I can fix. That's not something I can fix. I don't have a dial that I can turn, unfortunately, that will put audio in sync. I could restart my computer. I could turn it on and off again, but I don't. That's fucking too much work. And it also may not fix it, and then you lower the viewership even more. And it's like, Fix your camera. It's oversaturated. I can't. My camera looks fine to me. I don't know. It looks like it usually does, which is like a $400 used camera set up by somebody who usually turns it on auto. I don't really know what to tell you there. You probably should be watching something else if you care about the video quality. You still invest in pharmaceutical industry? No. Let's see. Move your shop to Cleveland. You would love it here. And the cost of living would offset the cost of taking your employees who can't move. I'm not sure about Cleveland. There are a lot of areas I've thought about, but Cleveland was not high on the list. Audio sync is fine on Twitch. There you go. What would you estimate your total sleep debt to be? I don't know what sleep debt is. I know what financial debt is, but not sleep debt. What is the most common type of repair or service that your store does? The most common type of repair is liquid damaged MacBook repair or MacBook not turning on. Will you ever take down the Christmas tree? Probably not. I can see the cat well. The black level are quite good. Meow. Hello, Mr. Clinton. They can see you. What are your other business focused around? I have the social media crap. I have the Repair Preservation Group 501c3, Repair Preservation Group 501c4, Action Fund for Lobbying C4, and Rossmann Repair Group Inc. What do you think would take for people to use more Linux OS? I mean, there's so much universal hardware down. Kubuntu, for example, is awesome. Oh, none. I would do Dota streams every now and then on Linux, and it would crash randomly. There's no audio plugins for Linux like there are for Windows. Like in Windows, for Windows or a Mac, you can find an LA2A or an LA3A or an API 550 emulator. But you could buy that in 2006 or 2007. On Linux, you can't get that stuff in 2021 even if you want to pay. There's just so many things where you can't get it even if you're willing to pay, and that really does kill it. Also, I have to figure out why the stuff is not showing up on screen when it's supposed to. So it says, hello. May your day be as great as mine. So much stuff was fulfilling. Thank you. I have to figure out why that doesn't want to show up. That's weird. Interesting. That stuff does not want to show up on screen. Huh. Let's see. Refresh cache? Huh? OBS browser source? Why are you not working? Why are you... What is robust? It's something that a lobbyist named Charlie Brown used to say. Robust. Okay, now I know something's broken here in OBS. Something died in OBS. Refresh? Huh. Oh, that's lame. OBS browser source is not working anymore. All right, I'll have to keep a window open and look at that. You couldn't stream Dota weird. No, I could stream it. It would just crash from time to time. There was so much shit in Linux that just wouldn't work the way that I wanted it to. I used Gentoo from 2003 or so to 2014. Debian from 2015. I went back to Windows because I wanted to stop torturing myself. In 2020, I used Linux again, banged my head against the wall and said, nah. I did about 12 or 13 years in the Linux prison because I thought that it made me smarter and more betterer. And it stroked my ego to use Linux because it looked nerdy and whatever. And then I stopped. I was wasting so much time. There was so much basic shit. Like, just for my ThinkPad, for my T440, just to get the middle mouse button to work on that, I had to, and like all the stuff, I had to write my own Xorg conf files. And it's just like, fuck all that. Like, I don't want to torture myself to do basic shit. I don't want to torture myself to do basic shit. And that's what I was doing with Linux. And it sucked. I'm surprised you never commented on DRM on this channel, specifically iLock. I don't know. I haven't commented on DRM or iLock. I don't know. That's their way of trying to keep people from pirating stuff, and it doesn't really work because you can still, because they have all these workarounds for iLock that people use. You should try Linux again. Since 19.x4, they really got their stuff together. I don't trust you. Sorry. I appreciate it, but I can't trust it. I trust it about as much. It's funny, right as I said that Linux was doing funny things, what I'm noticing is that my OBS Streamlabs browser source is not working. Thanks for helping us fix our junk. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Streamlabs isn't actually. OBS is being funny. Let's see. OBS browser source not working. What have I done? Settings, advanced, scroll to bottom, uncheck, enable browser. Okay, settings. Let's see. Can I open OBS settings while I'm in the middle of a stream? Advanced, scroll to bottom. Enable browser source hardware acceleration. The program must be restarted to take effect. Okay, be right back.